Hi everyone, it's Helen here from Simply Made Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to be making a little hamper for the last day of term for your teachers, but again this project is suitable for any occasion: birthdays, Christmas, Easter. Easter's actually perfect for this basket. So I will pop a picture here of what you can do with this basket, and you also can do a square version as well. So there's so many different ways that you can use this, and again you get this lovely trellis here. But if you're making these in bulk, just use the die that will cut out just the mat there, because if you're doing mass making of this, trellises are not going to be your friend. So stick to patterned paper and mats. Okay, so let's show you what I have die cut already, because I'm almost ready to get all this assembled. So what I've done is I've die cut two of the largest, so one of the largest hexagons, one of the smaller hexagons to line that up, and then I'm going to be showing you how to make this a little bit more sturdy by adding some chipboard underneath. So we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so for the side pieces here, which will be this die here, I've die cut 6 of those, and then I've got 6 mats to do that. And then I have here 2, and I've used white cardstock here, just 220 GSM. I've got 2 of the handles, and I've cut another one from the matching patterned paper. So this is going to look absolutely stunning as a teacher's gift. Again, personalize this for the teacher that you are giving this to. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some red tape to these tabs. It's going to make it a lot easier, and then I'm going to mat everything as well before I assemble. So let's get that done right now. Okay, so I've just glued everything onto here. So before we assemble everything together, I did say I was going to show you how to reinforce this hexagon, but this is the point. This is the stage where we have to do that. So grab yourself some chipboard. It can be, this is 1mm thick grey board, alright, but you can use a cereal packet if you want. And I'm just going to grab myself a pencil. I'm going to make this easy for myself by lining this up to the side here, and I'm just going to trim around the edge here with my pencil, or just draw, not trim. Okay, so you should have your hexagon on there now in the size you need. Now if you want to, you can use a craft knife and a metal ruler to cut that out. I would definitely cut inside of this line, probably about 1/16 of an inch inside, if you are going to be popping it inside your basket. If you are going to be popping it on the bottom of your basket, then it can be exactly the same size as your pencil line. But I'm going to show you a quick way, a quick trick how I do it. Okay, this is a lovely trick that I like to do. Now this is one of my older paper trimmers that I keep just to the side, and I have a blunt blade in here. Now always keep your blunt blades, because they are absolutely perfect for cutting through your chipboard. So I've just lined that up, and if it doesn't cut all the way through, you can just bend it like that, and even if you do have a little bit of a slither, you can then just go in with your craft knife nice and easily. Okay, so again, actually I do think I need to go in slightly, so I'm just moving that along. So yeah, definitely be keeping your old blades just for this job. If you want to put some markers on there as well, just so that you know that they're your old blades, not your fresh blades, then that would be a good idea too. Okay, should have something that now looks like that. Time for assembly. So grab your white hexagon and then get all of these off. We're going to be popping on the base first, and then we'll be assembling all of the side pieces. So just pop it together just like that, just so that the score line is just visible. There we go, so it can fold up like that. Okay, and oh, I forgot to say the papers that I'm using. They are Pretty Blues paper pack. So I've chosen this one here. Some of you might remember this from my teacup collection, Afternoon Tea. I absolutely adored that collection. I'm hoping we can get some of those die sets back in stock. The teacup was super popular. Okay, so I now have this beautiful hexagonal box. Now this is actually quite sturdy, but as you can see it does move about a little bit. So if you want to reinforce the sides with extra mats from the outside, you can do. You can die cut this main panel out again, trim off the side tab there, and then slot them in. That would look great cut out of some more different paper from the pack as well, so that will coordinate nicely. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in there just for a fit. That fits really nice. So I know that this mat here is going to be far too small for that, so I need to pop this onto some white cardstock. Dropped it in, but it went to the right place because it fits perfectly. So there we go. So don't forget to decorate the insides if you want to have these tabs covered up, and that will really strengthen this up. So let's move on to the handles now. So a little trick here as well. We do need to have this handle curled or bent over. Oh, that was my doorbell. There is somebody else home, so they can answer it. Okay, so I'm going to glue these together, these two white strips here. I'm hoping you can see this because I have a white marbly background, so yeah, you can still see. So I'm going to pop these two together. Now if I wait for the glue to dry and then try and bend it and curl it like that, I'll get creases. So the best time to do it is right now while the glue is still wet. So I'm just going to put my top layer on for the handle. So this has got like 3 layers now. 3 layers, so 2 layers of cardstock and 1 layer of the paper. So the paper is 250 GSM. And I believe the cardstock I'm using is 300, and everything has die cut really nicely. Okay, so before the glue properly dries, I'm going to get my bone folder in now and just do that, just to curl that. If I did that when the glue was dry, I might get creases. There we go, and you'll probably get a little bit of stretching there where the layers are exposed on one of the sides. If that happens, you can just trim that off, that's no problem. That was tough. I should have used my Tim Holtz there because these are super strong. Okay, so let's get this handle popped on. So I'm going to pop it on just like that. So I'm going to put this handle on before popping any of the mats in on the inside, because that's going to cover this section there. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to pick that up now because the glue is still drying, but that feels really quite nice and sturdy as well. Isn't that a beautiful basket? You can fill that with treats, bath products, bath bombs, lovely little treats for your teacher, bags of sweets. I'm thinking, what would you put? Let me know down in the comments what you would put in this beautiful basket. Okay, so here is my finished basket. So I've used this die here and this die here from the labels and banners die set. It's getting pretty bright in here, the sun's come out. So here is my finished basket. I am going to put some mats in there as well around the sides, depending on how thick I build the walls up. It depends on what we're going to be putting inside here. So I'll also be putting some blue tissue paper in there to match as well. That's going to look absolutely stunning. So that is the hexagonal basket. You can make this in a square as well because there is a square base die as well, and these side walls will fit with the square one as well. So if you wanted to make a matching one or a smaller one, you can do. So I have listed everything that I've used down below. All the die sets and the papers and everything will be listed down below. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.